Welcome everyone! My name is Caroline Barkwin, and today we'll be talking about the threat of endangered species going extinct and the lack of representation of them in the media. There are 16,306 endangered species threatened with extinction. The species endangered include 1 in 4 mammals, 1 in 8 birds, and 1/3 of all amphibians. The current rate of extinction appears to be hundreds or perhaps even thousands of times higher than the background rate. The loss of biodiversity is occurring very rapidly, and the causes of the crisis are the activities of a single species, human beings. Some scientists believe the current crisis began when humans and their domestic animals first began to colonize the various parts of the globe. Because humans are the main cause for this crisis, we should be the ones taking accountability and spreading information on how to save these species. Social media has a huge impact on everyday life. It can be the first thing you look at in the morning and the last thing you look at before falling asleep. Hence why the huge confusion on the lack of representation of a huge issue. Hi guys, so we are back and this is the background information. Woot. So let's get started. An endangered species is a type of organism that is threatened by extinction. Species become endangered for two main reasons: loss of habitat and loss of generic variation. The Endangered Species Act, ESA, of 1973 is a key legislation for both domestic and international conservation. The Act aims to provide a framework to conserve and protect endangered and threatened species and their habitats. A series of regional red lists are produced by countries or organizations which assess the risk of extinction to species within a political management unit. The IUCN Red List is set upon precise criteria to evaluate the extinction risk of thousands of species and subspecies. Whew, that was a mouthful. Scientists tell us the best way to protect endangered species is to protect the places where they live. Get involved by volunteering at your local nature center or wildlife refuge. Go wildlife or bird watching in nearby parks. Wildlife-related recreation creates millions of jobs and supports local businesses. That's a wrap for the background information. Let's move on to interviews.
Gorilla is critically endangered. They have been plagued by exceptionally high levels of disease and hunting, which has resulted in a population decline of over 60% in the past 20 to 25 years. The gorillas are essential to the composition of the rainforest due to their seed distribution.
What is your name?
Jillian.
How old are you?
11.
Okay. What do you think endangered species are?
Animals that are going extinct.
Can you name any off the top of your head?
Birds.
Do you know what kind of birds?
I know it's a certain type of bird, but I'm not sure. Eagles.
Okay. Have you ever learned about endangered species in school?
Yes.
Do you remember anything about them?
I just did this last semester, so
No.
not really.
Okay. Thank you.
The wild dog is an endangered species. This is mostly due to ongoing habitat fragmentation, conflict with human activities, and infectious disease. Like most predators, they are essential. They play an important role in eliminating sick and weak animals, thereby helping maintain the natural balance and improve prey species.
Yes, plenty of times.
What kinds?
All kinds. I don't know about endangered animals, but we get cats and dogs and other pets that are in the home. Unfortunately, there is quite a few of them who are deceased, and it's not really rescuing, it's more recovering the bodies of the animals.
Have you rescued any exotic animals?
My myself and several other people rescued snakes, which I really did not enjoy very much.
In the media, have you seen any ads for saving endangered species habitats or any posts?
Yes, I have seen a few. Don't recall exactly when the last time was, but yeah, I have seen it before.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The demand for ivory led to devastating declines in the number of these giant animals, particularly in the 1970s and 1980s. One of the greatest current threats to Asian elephants is habitat loss. The elephants play a vital role in maintaining ecological balance in its habitat by limiting the growth of vegetation and spreading the seeds of plants it feeds on.
As a teacher, have you ever taught about endangered animals, or are they a part of any elementary school curriculum?
Not recently. In the past, we've done a unit on the great kapok tree, which is about animals in the jungle and possible extinction of trees and animals.
In the past 3 months, have you seen on social media any mention of endangered species?
I unfortunately have not.
Okay.
Hawksbill's turtles are a critically endangered species, due mostly to human impact. Hawksbill eggs are still eaten around the world despite the turtle's international protected status, and they are often killed for their flesh as well. Hawksbills allow other species such as coral to colonize and grow by removing sponges from reefs.
Okay, so I can name like 2 endangered species off the top of my head, and it's gonna be a giant panda and a Siberian tiger. And the giant panda I know from a MSA test, and the Siberian tiger I think my brother told me about some time ago. And then in the media, I don't really see any ads for endangered species, and I think it just could be because I don't search animals a lot, and so ads are kind of targeted and they wouldn't target me. But also I think people don't like to see depressing things on ads, and so they don't post things like endangered animals, which are kind of depressing.
Black rhinos are a critically endangered species. Because of illegal wildlife trade for their horns, the population has decreased significantly. They are important grazers, consuming large amounts of vegetation, which helps shapes the African landscape.
I think 5 species of animals went extinct this year. I think this because people mistreat animals, and I haven't learned about endangered species in school except for like in library, and I think it is a valuable lesson because we don't want all the animals to go extinct.
I would explain my knowledge on endangered species as decent. What I know about endangered species is that groups of them become extinct a lot in a year. The specific definition is it's a species defined as endangered or threatened when it suffers from these factors: damage to its habitat for recreational or entertainment purposes, disease of predators of the species, and hazards to the continued life of the species. Yes, I think endangered species was a valuable lesson because it teaches you on how you can prevent this from happening in the future, how you can help the animals grow back in population, and it can show you the risks and punishments if you either hunt them, don't recycle properly, or pollute the ocean. That's why I think it was a valuable lesson.
And that's a wrap, folks! Thank you to everyone who participated and voiced their amazing opinions. We would not have been able to truly bring this awareness out without all of you. I'd like to end this saying that it was wonderful to work with each and every person. I hope that one day the world will be able to open their eyes and realize that in order for things to get better, we need to make a change. This goes for everything. If you are truly passionate about something, do not be afraid to make your voice heard clear and loud, and make a difference in this world. Again, thank you, and have a good rest of your day.